Okay, Coach, so normally thoughts turn to basketball this time of year in the Hoosier State, but not so this year. The NFL playoffs have come to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Victory 90, set 180.
Here we go.
Rivers on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now Rivers. He finds Taylor, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
Here's Taylor. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Rivers from the gun on third down. Looking deep for Hilton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, Rivers. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Set, 380.
Target.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Everson Griffin with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd and 2, Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Black 15!
Hey, cut his right. Watch that in. 4 down.
They run with Taylor. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Taylor. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Check 13.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Taylor, and an alley to run. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 99. Check 99.
Left, right.
The give to Taylor. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down.
Let's bring it. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Everson Griffin. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, it's Grant, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Yellow. Hey, 57 colors.
You got to take.
One leg.
Wait.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
53's mine. Check 53's mine.
Now here's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's T.J. Kayyy who picked it.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Mike, ready? 390. Got the screen. Pass. Bang, 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 bang. Behind.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Rivers. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you.
Taylor. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, 30 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And the drive starts with a completion left side. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Let's go. Big time.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Grant. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mahomes now on first down. That one complete to Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Safety's creeping.
Let's go!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And that's caught inside the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
Let's go, baby.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Where they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Got white 90. Round 80.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
White 85.
On 2nd and 9. Rivers. He's going to air one out. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score as his guys are able to regain the lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Grant. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kayyy is complete. Travis Kelce past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17 all.
Harrison
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
The
line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Rivers. And he's got his man on the out route. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, Rivers. He may try and run for this. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Throwing Rivers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Hit 180! Hey, bro, 80!
50's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Rivers to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain there of 21 yards.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check. Yellow. He's checking.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Easy.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
15.
Jim.
Yo, go get him.
Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
What we got?
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Campbell making the catch. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Left.
31.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's a baby stop.
Back.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Flush to his right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, watch the slant.
From the gun, Rivers. He finds Taylor, complete. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, Rocket!
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I know you feel that. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem for me.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tighten up, tighten up.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Nico Hardman, the intended target. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Here we go, here we go.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. And got his man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
31's the mic.
Rivers. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Rivers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Alpha! 31's the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 31's the mic.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 31's the mic.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 3rd down and long.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
31's the mic. On the arm.
One last shot now for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see